you said something that shook me. I said, yo, I got to eat you on the show. You never said this because when you said it, I've never heard it before. You said, Anthony, I can show your people how to save 30 to 60% of their annual income by simply getting married to the right person and staying married to the right person.
Absolutely.
Let's get straight into it. What do you mean by that?
Generally, no one goes into a marriage, a relationship, anticipating a divorce.
Right.
So while you're wealth building, while we're trying to galvanize and grow, get assets, we generally accumulate all of this wealth, not thinking when the person leaves, divorce, they're at least going to take 30% of that.
Ooh.
That's the trouble. Let's not even talk about the trauma that follows after the trouble. The doctors you're going to have to pay. The psychiatrists you're going to have to see.
Yeah.
So all of that is associated with a divorce because a divorce is considered similar to a death. There's a separation.
Ooh.
So you're talking about emotionally, you're talking about financially, and what we generally don't do is put in preventative measures, do the proper maintenance going into the marriage.
Okay.
Let's say, here's what we're going to do.
Okay.
Prime example, no one buys a new car without considering first the maintenance you're going to have to put into it.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
You value your car.
Yes.
But we don't assess that. We don't associate it when it comes to a marriage.
So how do we assess though? I mean, because I'm single, so y'all talking to me. Don't worry about them right now. Y'all talking to me. Help your boy out. You've known me since I was 24, 23 years old. You know what I'm saying? Years. You know what I'm saying? One of the top leading churches in Jasmine, Florida, in America. I mean, just connected. I ain't gonna name drop, but the bishops of bishops know this man. You know what I'm saying? When the bishop of bishops, y'all know who I'm talking about, coming to Jacksonville, they coming to this man. So I need to get some of this wisdom that you have. What as a single person, what are some things we should be putting into place before we do get married to save us this kind of money? Because, man, you're right. My boy's getting divorced right now, and he called me emotional. I was like, bro, what's up? He was like, bro, I'm probably at about 45% gone. I'm like, what do you mean? He was like, bro, 45% of what I'm going to see a month is gone. Now he said, now I got to pay child support because his wife is getting the children. Then he has to pay alimony. Then she gets a portion of everything that they made from the house and the selling. They sold one car. And I'm like, what?
Yes.
So she keep 100% of her income and get 45% of his income. And I'm like, that's not even, I mean, is it fair?
That's industry standards.
Right.
That's industry
How
standards.
when she get 100% of her income because she had a job? So is her income calculated into the 45% she's getting? Or do the court system not care about the brothers?
Well, and again, please hear me. I'm not biased as it relates to gender.
Okay.
But oftentimes when it comes to divorce, separation, it's not that she's not accumulated or not considered in the assets.
Right.
Most of the time, most men want to be a protector. You want to be in charge.
Right.
Sometimes being a boss costs you. It costs you. So, in other words, this is no indictment against your friend at all. But sometimes I would say to single people, don't ball and you're on a budget.
Hey, say it again. I'm writing that down. Don't ball.
Don't ball if you're on a budget.
Oh my God.
Because what you're going to do, you're going to give the court, you're going to give the wife, you're going to give the lady an indication of this is what you can afford, and you cannot afford it. You're dating outside your price range. Oh my gosh. You're talking about, you're the finance guy. And correlate the two together when you're dating outside your price range, when you're doing these things. So now he's accumulated this wealth together.
Yeah.
And now he has so much associated with it. Now she has the trauma he has to deal with. Oh my God. And that's just a portion of divorce. God forbid if there's children involved.
But he had children involved. And he got child support now. But
So now you're talking another. So here's what my wife and I generally try to do, and I'll let her jump in at any time. I will tell anybody that's single, every single person that's listening to me, it's the correlation of writing a book. Draw up an outline.
Draw an outline before you get married.
For yourself.
Absolutely. For yourself.
For yourself.
Before you get married.
You want. This is what I want. This is what I desire. But now, don't hold that to a standard of the person you're wishing and praying for. Look at it realistically and weigh your pros and cons. Do you want too much early in life?
Do I want too much early in life, before I get married. Give me an example of what too much may be.
When I get married, I want my husband to be able to take care of all my needs.
Oh, shababashi. Oh, my gosh. That's too much.
That's too much. It's too much because you don't even know what you need.
Ooh.
And
do you think as a woman that is too much?
I was going to say, and as you mature, your needs are going to change.
As you must.
Perfect.
But wait. This is what I hear from ladies. He need to pay all the bills. And I just need to be able to go out there and get my hair done, get my nails done. But we don't do 50-50 over here. It's 100, and I do whatever I want.
Oh, well,
This generation of women are wanting a man who makes 6 figures or more.
Uh-huh.
There is no 50-50, and it's like they get to spend all the man's money. And that's why I have a problem. When you telling me I got to give away 45% of my money when I made all the money and provided you this life, and you get to take 45% when you go?
But see, maturity says we're going to have a better life when we build together.
You ain't doing nothing.
Mm-hmm. But we are going to do something. Well, we should be.
You should be. Okay.
Should be doing.
All right. So there's for me, that's the evolution of one side of what you see. The man do it, protect me. And there's also that I'm watching this,
okay,
and I was looking at one of your broadcasts. I'm seeing this, that there's another caliber of woman that's springing up.
Absolutely.
That says, keep your money.
Absolutely.
I don't want it.
Absolutely.
I'll take care of myself.
See, I don't like that woman.
And that one's dangerous too.
I don't like her.
So and this is not just gender based. This is what's dangerous, because when you build that outline and you want the man to take care of you,
right,
that's a need.
Yeah.
As my wife just said, it'll evolve.
Right.
The other asset is I'll get my own money. Only thing I need him for is sexual. But then there's another need that's called emotional.
Ooh.
So then there has to be a balancing between the two.
Yeah.
So as a woman, as a man, I have to figure out, how do I level up, touch my emotions, write these things down, this is what you want, and listen communicatively.
Yeah.
As a woman, how do I man down when I have so much money and I'm running everything?
And I say it's a benefit in us building together, because when we got together, which our money's been together since 96.
Yeah, we've always had our money together.
Since 96.
96.
Wow.
So,
hold on, I'm sorry. Because we were broke. But anyway. I'm sorry. Let me just put that out there. We were broke. Now, so put $5 and $5 together.
Hey, you got 10.
You got 10.
Well, if you go back before the broke.
Yeah, so, yeah.
But when we got together, I had mine, he had his.
Yes.
Right? So I didn't need you.
Right.
Except for sex, if I wanted that.
Oh, yeah, she told me that. Yeah, she told me. All I need you for is sex.
Yeah.
She told me that.
Yeah.
All I need you for is
my
sex.
own place,
I have my own.
car, making money,
And
which
you
is
was-
a whole nother problem.
So you was an independent woman.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we were dating. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So I had to learn how to balance that, because I'm an alpha female.
Okay.
He's an alpha male.
Yeah.
But then now we're going to be like rams just butting heads.
Wow.
We're not going to get anywhere. Something has to give. So God give me wisdom
What did he?
on how to still lead and be strong.
Yeah.
But submit to whatever the plan is.
Oh, my
So that's
goodness.
where I find my strength
Okay.
in working the plan.
Wow.
So I don't call us experts. I call us experienced in making mistakes.
Yeah.
So now what took us almost 30 years now to continue to learn, we can cut the single person's time short.
Yes.
We can cut the marriage person time short.
Yeah.
Because there's marriage keys. There's preventative measures that we have that are put in place that you can practice. And they're practical. There's nothing difficult. Communication. Draw an outline. You're single? Draw an outline if you want. If you want tall, dark, and handsome, don't go date short, light skin with curly hair.
So let me just keep it about. Let me. Can I just keep it real?
Keep it 100. You said we were
at
real.
the table.
We're at the table.
Keep it real, relevant, and relatable. He started this conversation, not me. So you trying to tell me Anthony ONeal saved? I'm a booty guy.
Hey.
So are you trying to say that as a Christian man, it is okay for me to desire a beautiful woman, God-fearing woman, respectful woman, career-driven woman, alpha woman with a nice little booty? It's okay?
First of all, for everybody that's listening that has attended church, as a pastor, let me apologize to you.
Oh, whoa.
Because we taught you wrong.
Whoa.
He said, time out.
Whoa.
If we taught you the original biblical principles of marriage, it wasn't even what you liked.
What?
It was what your family arranged.
Yeah. Leave your family.
Leave your mother and your father
and
cleave to your wife. There was no dating. They was just cleaving.
This cleaving.
So now that we're living in this modern day, which means we create a new appetite.
Yeah.
Now we got to teach from the principle of how do I address your appetite? How do I take basic Christian principles, morals, and address your appetite? Anthony, the first thing you should look for in a woman is not if she loves God, if you like looking at her booty.
Shabbat.
Now, that's what I was waiting to hear.
So now,
But wait, I'm gonna come back to what the old school mother say. But that booty gonna drop.
no, it doesn't have to.
It doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
No.
No, it doesn't. No, that's not true. That's not true. Basic principles. Your booty does not drop if you take care of yourself.
Come on, bruh.
That is correct.
As God is my witness, I'm not saying this because she's here.
Yeah.
I'm telling God honest truth. I bought her a Nike outfit. Don't you look like that? In 1999.
She's still wearing it
She
today?
still has it today.
Yo, I'm trying to tell you.
She keeps it as a collectible. She still has it on today.
Are you
So nobody can
serious?
tell me as you get older, it drops. No,
right.
watch this. We all have appetites. What do you eat?
Yeah.
What you have in your digestive system. Now, I'm not talking about the health portion.
Right.
Health, life happens.
I got you. Yeah,
But
yeah.
if you can intentionally take care of yourself,
Correct.
Right.
no, Anthony, that booty not gonna drop.
It's not gonna drop.
Because you and that booty gonna go to the gym together.
Absolutely.
She's gonna keep it together on purpose.
She better.
And not only for myself,
Right,
but
right.
because I know it's what you like.
Oh my God.
But you have that level of communication.
Yeah.
You talk to your relationship like you talk to your money.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And here's the reason why I love this conversation is because people say, man, it's money and relationship.
Absolutely.
Because it's like, if I'm happy with my wife, then we can grow more.
Correct.
We can build more. We can accomplish more. So how do we really start having that conversation as single people to really feel comfortable in saying, this is what I desire, this is what I like, and this is what I'm going after? Because I think sometimes, watch this, we settle.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
Then when we settle,
Absolutely.
we're in the marriage depressed, discouraged, turned off. Now we're looking at other ladies, looking at other men. Then we step out. Now we're getting divorced. Now we've lost money. Now we're spending money. Now we have headaches, depression, issues, drama that's pulling us away from building wealth. And divorce, ooh, this is so good because it's so around money. I was studying and they said most people who get divorced within 2 years, they are living paycheck to paycheck because of the debt.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So we got to go back to helping these single people in the very beginning.
Right.
Identifying and really, I don't want to say, getting over what the church taught us, but really identifying, okay, what does God want for us?
And not just what the church taught us, what environment taught us, what our mother and daddy taught us, subconsciously, what we saw as a single person and married too. But as single, there's two things you get every day.
Yeah.
A chance and a choice.
That's good.
Correct.
There's two things you get every day, a chance and a choice.
Yeah.
The chance we get is the opportunity, but the choice we get has to be intentional.
Right.
So I'm taking intentional steps to develop a better relationship, you talk about it every week, to develop more money, how we're going to do this. So we're intentional with that. Yeah. So I'm going to even say this, and you told me I can be real.
Yeah,
If I can be real, you say this.
Yeah, please be real.
I wouldn't even start with somebody that appeases you physically, sexually. Ooh. Find somebody that causes you to have a mental orgasm.
Ooh!
I'm sorry.
Ooh!
I'm sorry.
A mental orgasm.
In other words, I love talking to you so much, it turns me on.
Yes.
Oh, shabba.
Yeah.
So just in case the body breaks down,
Yeah.
you still turn me on mentally.
Come on.
When you say what you say, when you speak what you speak, I'm in love with that. Because as long as you can talk to me, we'll figure out the money part.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because I don't want to have money but no communication.
That's right.
See, then we're in a problem because what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn into a typical man or a typical woman. I'm going to spend my money at the strip club with a woman that's going to lie to me that I'm only be there for 2 hours.
Lie to
And she going to get all my money.
Yeah.
Instead of coming to somebody that turns me on, that gives me an orgasm,
Yeah.
that says, oh, say that again. Because most people think that, yes, I'm a pastor, but we have business ventures as well, too.
Absolutely.
So when we sit down and start talking about business,
Yes.
so with the companies that we own, Oh, matter of fact, we were on the way to you, on the line with one of our office managers, and we hung up. We was like, okay, let's do this next.
All right.
This is the next step. So let's take this in expansion. What are we talking?
That's right.
How we gonna expand? Oh, you talking about turn me? Oh, talk business to me. Talk dirty to me. Talk money.
See, I'm with you, man. That's been one of my struggles, though. You know, it's like for me, I'm like, man, I want my wife to, and you said it better, mentally have a mental orgasm, right? I get so attracted when I can meet a woman that her business IQ is there.
Yeah.
She's an entrepreneur. She knows how to run stuff. I like a strong alpha woman, but I like a strong, I'm gonna tell you, y'all about to get me in trouble with my own show. You want to see me get mentally turned on, have a mental orgasm? Be a strong entrepreneur, mental woman who knows how to still be feminine and soft.
Oh yeah.
That would make me be like, girl, get over here right now.
Let me love you right.
What?
Let me love you right.
What? I'll be like, God, you better hold me tight.
But guess what else that does? When she ticks you off,
yes.
When you're angry with her, you remember the orgasm.
I can remember that.
Oh, you make me. Well, you know what?
No,
I'm gonna find somebody to talk to me like that.
I'll say it. You make me sick, but I can't find nobody else like you.
I cannot tell you over almost 30 years how many times I said that.
Are you serious?
About her.
For real?
Oh, I want a divorce. No. You know what? I don't think so.
Nobody do it.
Now, hold on. Now, I'm not gonna let her get away with that.
Yeah.
Do what you just did. Show Anthony what you just did.
What'd you do?
But can't nobody do it like
All the ladies had that thought. They're like, boy, please.
See,
She ain't gonna wait.
every woman that I know that's confident has that aura or that aura about herself that says, can't nobody do it like me.
Right.
But how do I find somebody that appreciate what I'm doing?
Absolutely. Because when I can come in and I can make sure the house is right and they're cleaning and the food is prepared, and I'm helping you run business and I'm treating you right in the bedroom, you got to do more than throw money at me.
Life is full of ups and downs, and when you're at your best, you feel unstoppable, ready to conquer anything that comes your way. However, there are times when life challenges can be overwhelming, making it difficult to be the best version of yourself. You see, that's where therapy can make a significant difference. By working with a licensed therapist, you can uncover the tools and insights needed to empower yourself and navigate life obstacles with confidence. If you're considering therapy, BetterHelp is an excellent choice. With this convenient, flexible, and affordable online platform, you can connect with a licensed therapist who understands your specific needs. Simply complete a brief questionnaire and you'll be matched with a professional tailored to your requirements. Plus, you can change your therapist at any time without any additional cost. Invest into your mental health, invest into your mental well-being, and take the first step towards a more fulfilling life. Right now, you can receive a 10% off your first month by visiting AnthonyONeal.com/therapy. Again, that is AnthonyONeal.com/therapy. Begin your journey to self-empowerment today. And together, let's get back to the show. Because Erica, you've been in the coaching space for, years, right? 18. Longer than I've been in. I've only been in this space for like 10 years. So she's a vet in this game. They say in 2054, you all have 3 kids, right?
Two.
We got two kids.
Yeah, 2
a 23-year-old and a
19-year-old. And our 5-year-old dog.
And 5-year-old dog. I thought you said 2. 3 is a dog. I got a 3-year-old dog, Raven. That's my girl. You know, but they say by 2054, your girls will be in their 40s, right? They say by 2054, Black people will have 0 to negative net worth. They're saying the average Black person will have 0 to negative net worth. By then, y'all will have multi-millions in net worth, and hopefully your kids will have.
I expect they'll have millions in net worth
by that point, right? So, one, I want to know how do you feel about that? But what are y'all teaching your kids?
Yeah.
And how are you all setting your kids up now to where by that time they're not a part of that stat?
Right. Well, net worth is all about your assets minus your debts. You know, and what you have at the end of that.
Yeah.
And so if it's negative, that means you have too much debt. Too much consumption. Too many yeses without the actual full amount to pay. Period. Hands down. If it's negative, that's what's happening. And so the thing that people really have to understand, one, is don't get into the trap of debt. The sexiest funniest that my husband looks is when he talks about paying off our house. Like that's, I mean, honestly, like that. I really feel like when he started, he's been talking about that for years, and the more he said, like we were thinking about.
It's like this much to go.
This much to go.
It's only that much to go.
See, look at him looking good. You know what I mean? But debt is what keeps you from having a positive net worth. And I think people discount small beginnings. They say my $50 doesn't matter, or they say my $100 a month doesn't matter. And the thing that we did that we never changed. We were in debt. We were getting out of debt, and the one thing that we did was we always invested in our 401k. We always did. Up to the minimum. We got that free money. We always did.
I got you.
And now our daughter, who's 23, she has been at her job for 6 months.
Yeah.
And she has money to start with in her 401k.
She's already saving.
Right.
Already.
So she, in 2054, is going to be well beyond where we were. Because she doesn't have any debt to start off with, and we were in the hole. And so those two things, if people will understand, financially speaking, that you can never have a positive net worth if you continue to have more debt than what your assets can have. And then you will also not have a positive net worth if you're not saving and not touching the money for your future. Period. Those two things.
And I think fundamentally as parents, we have to guide kids.
Yes.
Like I told our kids, hey, scholarships are reward for your hard work.
That's right.
And so when our kids were starting to look at college, they were self-motivated in school. They were excellent students. And when it was college time, it was like, okay, you can go to a lot of places, you can apply, but we're going where the money at.
Yep.
Because, you know, one of our daughters wanted to go to a school, it was $70,000 a year. I was like, not on my watch.
And this is where we were disagreeing for a hot second, because I'm like, am I willing to put myself out there like that because I wanted my baby to have what she wanted.
Right, and I was like, no, that's not wisdom.
Yes.
I might as well buy our house today.
Yes. And that's true, because that's what it would have been.
It would have been
$300,000.
it would have been the cost of a house.
Yeah, and is that
For what degree was she going for?
Undergrad bachelor's degree. It's like not even it's not a specialized degree. She's going to business school.
Okay.
Out of state tuition.
Out of state tuition.
Right. So what we ended up with, she stayed in state, got a full ride to school, and she gets money back every semester.
Every semester.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's like, and once she saw that, she was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
And then when she started getting those checks back, she was like, I like the way this feels.
God honored our whole idea of changing our family tree because we started thinking, hold on a second, is this wisdom? Is this in alignment? Because is this gonna set us back? And them back?
Yeah.
Are we gonna do that? And so when we shifted our mindset and we looked at another school that she was not interested in.
She wasn't.
She was not interested in this school, but we looked at it, went on a tour, God opened all the doors. She hadn't even applied for the scholarship by the deadline. They opened it back up
But God.
For her, because first of all, she had the goods.
She had the grades, she had all of that, test scores, all that stuff.
And then she also had favor. And we were saying we wanted to change our family tree, and we said, all right, so this other school may not be in alignment with making sure that we all stay where we want to be financially speaking. But that school in particular, God opened all of the
Gave her a scholarship they'd never offered to anyone before.
She had the inaugural scholarship for that.
I was like, wait a minute, they haven't you the first?
Right.
And so God just honored that.
But I think God honors stewardship.
That's right.
If God can trust you with the minimum, if you take the first step of faith and say, you know what, I'm gonna turn down this school that will probably be popular, will probably like, oh, I can brag about it. And God is saying, you know what, and he sees us being good steward over the resources that we'd have. He's like, hey, listen, I'm gonna bless you more than what man would have honored you for.
And that is why we tithe from day one too.
That's right.
From day one.
Never deviated from
deviated from the tithe. So we gave God.
Whether we had a little or a lot, never deviated from
all through our debt journey and beyond.
Would you all say, in the process of building your net worth of $1 million and the financial freedom and options that you all have, would you all say tithing, being generous and giving, played a huge role in you all's financial success today?
Look, God showed me a vision once, and it showed me that we're glasses that he fills up with water. But our calling and our responsibility is to pour out. And that's to give back to, be generous, to be faithful in our tithe, because the entire time the whole glass remains wet. So we are always satisfied with whatever it is that we need, and then God fills us back up. And we're able to pour out more. And so whenever we have a need, God has never not shown up. And don't mistake, like with our daughter, she wanted to go to a top 10 business school that was in the top 5.
Right.
She ended up at a top 10 business school that was in the 5 to 10.
Yeah.
So she still ended up there. She's at a top 10 business school, and she's loving it.
Yeah.
She's loving it.
Man.
She even just sent us a text message that said, this semester is going to be so fun.
Wow.
I can't wait. Like, what college student is that excited about literally her last choice?
Her last choice.
That's not what she wanted. But God is opening up doors. And
I'm so excited for her. So.
Man, listen. This show is blessing me. You know what I'm saying? Because as a single person, I'm like, all right. Jesus, like, is it going to be fun? You know what I'm saying? Is it going to be? I know it's going to have its ups for sure, and I know it's going to have its downs. But seeing you all now just loving each other and just embracing each other, that whole, let's reintroduce ourselves, that's like, you got to put things into play to where it can get you all back on the same track, which I'm so excited because you all have, your new podcast coming out here at the end of January called For Better and Worth.
You shouldn't have to sacrifice. You should be able to give both.
Because, is it the vows when the preacher says for better or worse, for sick and whatever, and then for what?
For richer
and poor.
Yeah, in sickness and in health.
Sickness and in health. Yeah. And I'm like, man, but I love y'all's analogy in the title of your podcast, because sometimes I am. And I stick with it. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell single people, if you're dating, you know what I'm saying? Hey, that first date should be $100. And ladies think that Anthony doesn't want the man to spend a lot of money on me. And oftentimes I get this question asked, well, Anthony, can I be Target and Gucci?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Can I be Honda and Bentley? Can I desire nice things without feeling bad that I desire nice things?
Right.
And then y'all are saying for better and worth, aka for better and net worth.
That's right.
So when we listen to your podcast, because y'all, I'm telling y'all right now, I mean, there's a lot of relationship stuff out there, and I would say about 70% of the relationship podcasts out there are from single people, and I'm not knocking them, because some of them are good friends of mine, but y'all will see I'm very careful about who I bring on my show to talk about relationships from the love perspective, because you got to be married. And you got to really be in love with your spouse. And not just in love, y'all still got to be having good intimacy. Right. It got to be fun for me to listen to you.
Yeah.
And to talk about relationships and building net worth, especially as a black couple, when they're saying by 2054, we will be negative. And we're already seeing separations and divorces. So it's like, we're going to drop their information in today's show notes. Y'all go subscribe to this podcast. Single people, I'm listening. You know what I'm saying? And if they say something on their show that I got more questions about, I'm going to bring it back on my show and we're going to talk about it. Because, I mean, this is a conversation we need to have. But when we listen to y'all's podcast, what should we expect to get from that?
Yeah.
It's going to be, perfectly imperfect.
Okay.
We're going to tell you, what we did well, what we didn't do well.
Right.
We're going to tell you all about, how our journey has been. I still work corporately.
Okay.
And Erica is self-employed. We talk about, how we've leveraged the benefits of being in corporate America and how we leverage the benefits of her being an entrepreneur. We talk about, we talk about a lot of stuff. And we intend to talk about everything under the sun, because we want to see people thrive.
Yeah.
We want to see people take our experiences and apply them in whatever way is going to help them create the path that's going to be best for them.
Yeah.
We want to help people understand that raising kids, while it's difficult, you can still have fun,
Ooh, that's right.
We've taken our kids all around the world, We've been on trips, and we still have a lot of fun in what we do.
Yeah.
And we're only going to have more fun from this point, And so we're going to talk about all that. We talk about, I'm a sneakerhead. And Erica's like, why you need another pair of Jordans? I was like, well, the drop is coming.
He's the spender.
Oh,
And I
okay.
think the dance that we do on the podcast is really that we don't always see eye to eye.
Yeah.
That's
so
the
good.
point. We don't always see eye to eye because he got, expensive taste, you know what I mean? And I like,
Are you, would you say you Target or Gucci?
I am definitely more Target.
Okay.
And I like Coach. I like Michael Kors. My taste is not super expensive.
Okay.
And I get excited about those things.
I
Also,
leaning towards the Tom Ford.
See? Right. And so, like, on his birthday last year, he just ran and got him a bike. That was
Yeah, I was doing
$1,400.
Look, I'm trying to keep myself in shape. I'm doing a little, triathlon sprint. I needed a bike.
I can't imagine spending that kind of money.
What would you spend money on?
I like probably bags and trips. We love trips.
Yeah, not even bags.
Yeah.
Like, she would never buy a Louis.
No.
If I bought her a Louis, she'd be like, take it back.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I don't want red bottoms. I'm not interested.
What?
I'm not interested. What does me good is when he has saved money on a gift. That gets me excited.
Yeah, I almost have to tell her, like, what, I got this good deal right here. You gonna love it.
But trips, experiences, travel. That's where we're gonna spend our money this year. We're renovating our home. That's where we're gonna spend our money there.
What?
Yeah, I'd rather spend $13,000 on that carpet than, a few bags.
Or
It makes sense.
A beautiful backyard. That was pretty much our empty nester gift to ourselves is that. But we're talking about some of these financial decisions.
Those all add value to our overall net worth too, because it's increasing the value of our property, and we're talking about vacation properties. That's where we're going to spend.
Yeah.
That's where she wants to spend money.
Absolutely.
She wants a vacation property US.
Yeah.
Vacation property ex-US. And so those are things that bigger picture, I'd rather do that than to spend money on, red bottoms and Louis and Gucci.
But it's
the bigger yeses for us.
It's the real conversation between how his philosophy might be different and how mine is different, but where we align, where we see eye to eye, where we can have commonality, where we're on the same page, so we can still get to where we
Every episode, we will tell people, is it worth it?
Yeah.
And we will summarize it up, and we'll let them know, is it worth it? And we'll give them our point of views and our perspective each on, the topic, and is it worth it? And then you have to take it and apply it and do what you're going to do and make what you're going to make of it.
Are y'all going to be taking questions like from your community?
Absolutely.
Y'all better send them questions in.
Yep.
I'm going to be sending a couple of them myself.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, look.
I'm going to ask y'all one question right now. We're going to end the show. If it's probably going to be a little uncomfortable. We keep it real relevant at the table right here. I had a married couple on the table. Not on the table. I was at their table helping them out, and they said something to me, and I said, hey, listen, I can't talk to this, but I can talk to that. Y'all need to go see a Jesus. He said the intimacy life, sex life in their bedroom has not been good. She said it was because while she was having intimacy, she was thinking about how they were going to pay bills. And I said, what? Because in my head as a man, look at you, Chris, as a man, I ain't thinking about bills.
That's the last thing
on my mind. And so she was like, if we can get that away, maybe our intimacy life would be better.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I wonder how many other couples, and I've been seeing it, like I read this book, For Him Only, and it said that, hey, ladies can have an area, this is where I'm just talking to, ladies can have multiple screens open at the same time.
Yes.
Men, we only can have one. Right? And so it's like, would y'all say when the finances are in a good, healthy place, it will impact your intimacy life in the married couples?
I'm going to say, in 25 years, I have not had the problem where I'm like, I'm thinking about these bills right now. I can't get into it. I'm going to say, that is not my story.
Chris been holding it down.
That ain't my story.
But is that the case for other people?
It's stressful.
Oh,
it adds stress. It adds another layer to your life. It's something, it's a box to check. It's a thing to do. It's something you forgot.
Yeah.
And then in the middle of the night, there it is, right? So there's, if it's on your mind, then it makes sense that it could be something that comes in there. Especially women we tend to have our security gland around money, right? If we feel like things are well there, then most of the world is well, honestly.
Yeah.
Because if we know we can handle our bills and take care of our kids and all of that, it really adds to the fact that, hey, I can do another day.
Yeah.
But the security gland, if it isn't healthy, right, that's going to affect other things. That's why women lash out or get stressed out or what have you. And so I can understand why that would be.
I think what she says is that when you remove that stress and you provide a level of security,
right,
you won't have that issue to deal with.
Right.
I got you.
It'll be lessened.
Yeah. And that's where over time, I think if we continue to have conversation and we've continued to build that foundation and we've continued to stay focused, then we know that at the end of the day, we have a plan. And as long as we're working that plan, and I said it before, as long as we're making progress over perfection, I think that's what keeps us connected, because we're in this together. We're working in the same direction. We're rowing the boat going the same way. And we're not creating currents and waves for one another that is creating that additional stress.
And how you handle it. See, if you feel tension because someone's not being heard or not, sharing, hey, this is our goal, we're a team, we can do this together, and things are left, money fights, disagreements, arguments are left unchecked, getting into the bedroom is a challenge mentally for a woman, right? But if she gets that reassurance, see, this is for the fellas, right? If she gets that reassurance, babe, we can handle this, we're gonna figure it out. I'm gonna make sure that I make time for that tomorrow. We need to get some rest, or we gotta take care of our kids, or let's go on date night and let's set the mood to make sure that we're handling that.
We have those money meetings.
Yeah, right? You gotta be intentional.
And we will have it, and she will. I like the headlines. I don't need all the details, but I'll go over the monthly budget, and we still do this. We haven't stopped doing this, and we'll go over the monthly budget, and we break it down every couple of weeks. We'll look at that, see if there's anything missing, and then that sets her at ease. Because we've already had the money meeting, we've talked about what we're doing. If we have extras, we added them in. If there's something that we're missing, because we want to both put eyes on it, and that alleviates a lot of that stress. So
boy, we got Chris and Erica at the table today, y'all. Probably one of the best conversations I've had with couples. This is the only couple I've had at the table with 24, going on 25 years of experience. I'm only 38, so they've been in this game for a minute, and I pray that you all have learned something from this. A lot of rich content, a lot of rich stuff here. And I really mean this. Two things before we end the show. Number one, subscribe to their podcast. Because I can tell you right now, it sounds like they're going to be getting into some good stuff that's going to really help you thrive, help you get through your marriage, get into your marriage in a healthy way. So we're going to drop all their show notes and today's show notes. And listen, single people, join me, man, and go take that quiz. Learn where you are. And the result's going to be like 40 pages long to really help you start maximizing your single season to where we can really be better individuals. And then as we're listening to For Better and Worth podcasts, we're working on ourselves and we're getting ready for marriage. So we can have For Better and build a net worth together. I like that because Erica say, he sounds sexy when he talking about being free. So if that's the case, I'm I'm gonna be sexy soon. So her eyes on me. I'm saying, like, girl, how you doing? I'm sexy. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's a good question. Just a good perspective to have. So go to AnthonyONeal.com/playbook, and I promise you, you will be blessed. You will enjoy it. And go check out my friend's podcast show. So we got to go. It's the end of the show. I'm so sad. But hey, I'm sad it's the end today. But it's beginning for y'all. Go check out their podcast and join their journey as they're growing and building this huge platform. Love y'all. Peace out.